3 years ago, I left the comfortable confines of a 9 to 5 job and went on a journey to start my own business, of which I've scaled from $0 to $1 million a year in 3 years with no formal business training, no university education, and really not knowing what the hell I was doing for the entire time. This is what I've done to make the journey work. This is what I've learned in the trenches doing business for the last 3 years, as much as I can give you in 15 minutes so you can use the same to scale your business, get to that 7-figure mark and build the life of your dreams. Lesson number 1, my story all began when I invested in myself for the first time. Your level of wealth will never exceed your level of personal development. We do not have business issues, we have life and personal problems. If you can fix your life and personal problems, your ability to do what you say you're going to do, your discipline, all of these things, then you can succeed in business, because it's just actions, results, and changing the way that you do things. You just have to do something, learn from it, do it a different way, learn from it, and then in the end, you make a load of money. That all started for me when I put skin in the game. If you live in the 9 to 5 life, as I was unsure about everything online. I didn't want to buy any courses. I didn't want to look into learning anything. I just thought everything online doesn't deserve my money. I could spend that money at the pub and I'll be happy. Not true. And so when I first put skin in the game, I bought a very small course on how to do Instagram stories and personal branding. And it was that spending money for the first time on myself and my education that made me do the work. And that was really where my personal branding journey began, was from learning that one thing. And since then, I've reinvested a lot of my money, well into the 6 figures now, on learning new business skills to take me from one level to the next level. So no matter what level of business you are now, you will stagnate if you don't continue to learn. Now, that learning doesn't have to be courses, but it has to be books and information that expands your mind. When somebody knows or has gotten to a place where you want to be, there's really no point stabbing in the dark and trying to get there yourself if you can pay them for their advice. So even now, to this day, within the last 2 months, I've spent $18,000 on mentorship from people that are slightly more ahead of me or way ahead of me in business. And you learn things from them that stop you 5 years of trial and error. So if you ever think in business you've got to a point where you're the top dog, these are the only times in business that I've really slowed down because I thought I knew everything. It doesn't stop. The reason why it doesn't stop is because the game ends. The game is finished, so to speak, or you're safe when you have $10 million banked and secure in offshore funds that pays you interest. I know, absolutely insane, but realistically, that is financial freedom on the highest level. 7%, 10% interest on your $10 million banked securely in offshore trusts away from your name that nobody can take and steal, that pays you interest on a regular basis that you can live on with your life expenses, with maybe a house bought outright and a car bought outright. That is when the game is won. So I have a lot of guys that come to me in the New Elite, our private network for entrepreneurs to scale to the next level and be around the right guys, that say, I've hit 200K a year, I'm complacent, lazy, I don't know what to do next, I feel like I've achieved everything I wanted. And the pure reason is because they don't understand the true vision as an entrepreneur and the true vision as a man that wants financial freedom. Financial freedom is not 200K a year, unfortunately, although that's a lot of money to most people. This is for the top 0.001%. That's who watches and hopefully will become from this channel. The game is won when you have $10 million in the bank. So anything before then, when you hit your first 10K, 20K, 30K, 100K a month, you should be working on this end game strategy and always thinking like you're under attack on protecting your money. Most people like to think or have been made to believe that we live in a nice, peaceful world where nothing's going to go wrong, which is just massively untrue. Things are massively uncertain. Things can always happen, and you need to make sure that you are acting now as if you're under attack, as if you've got only a certain finite amount of time to get this 10 million before everything goes to shit. That's how I believe you should be playing the game, and that should give you that consistent ability to level up throughout your business. Now, none of that happens, no matter what place you are in right now in your life, whether you're still at a 9 to 5 or you're running a business that does $1 million a year. Nothing happens in business unless you take action. And a business is cash collected. It's not ideas, not plans, not dreams. A business is cash collected when you're making money. One of my pieces of advice for you would be to get from conception, idea in your head, to cash collected on the shortest time frame possible. Because if you're not taking action, if you're not doing the daily work, if you're not actually putting things into reality, you're gathering no data. The world of business is conquered based on data, what you get from your customers. And we'll go more into that in another lesson. But before anything else, you must take action. If there's a spark of inspiration, something you know you could change in your business from this video, a piece of content you think you should be making, go and make it now. Action every day in business is the number one thing. The reason why we want action is so we get data. The reason why we want data is so we can track it. We need to know as soon as possible when we have any business where customers are coming from and why are they buying. They are the most important things for us to learn. So inside of my business, I know exactly where any customer comes from, and then I have forms built into the back end of my business to find out exactly why they bought. And that's something that I'm really, really focused on. I want to know, why are people buying my products and where are they coming from and what are they seeing that triggers them to buy? If you learn that, then you know what your key tasks to focus on inside your business are. Most people get stuck in this massive list of business tasks. They don't know what's actually bringing the money in or bringing their best clients in, and they get stuck in no man's land, just doing bullshit tasks and staying at the same place. If you want to scale fast, dial in your focus on exactly where a customer is coming from and why they are buying your product. Also, in order to get anywhere in business, you're going to have to take risk. I've taken risk all the way from leaving the 9 to 5 to starting my business to taking risks in business. Every level up requires a level of risk. They say to make $1 million, you have to lose hundreds of thousands. To make $1 billion, you have to lose millions. That's just the way it is. There's going to be upsides and downsides to review. This is my very simple system for managing risk inside of a business. Does the upside potential far outweigh the downside potential? Is the downside potential something that I can live with? Will I learn and grow from this either way in the experience? And will this harm my reputation? Those are the best things to look at when you are thinking of making a business risk. The risk I had to take was, if I leave my 9 to 5 now and go to Thailand and build a personal brand and a business, will I ever be able to recover from that? And the very simple answer was yes. You could lose all the money you've got saved, come back and work in sales, and go back to exactly the same life. So that was the potential of the downside. No death, no real risk, no risk of even debt or anything else, just a loss of savings and back to a normal life. So that was my downside risk. And really, if you look at things, that's normally your downside risk. It's not actually that bad. But my potential upside was as much money as I know what to do with, a life of my dreams that I actually enjoy, a business that I enjoy running, doing a job every day that makes me excited and invigorated to do my work, and being around people that are going to help me get there and inspire me in my life, and also not be so fucking bored every day going to a 9 to 5. That's how you manage your risk. So most of the risks in your head are going to be made up, and they're going to be these things that your mind has in place to try and keep you in a place of comfort, which the mind wants. It gets a bit scared. It's like, no, this isn't good. I want to stay comfortable and secure where I can have a nice full belly and a warm belly and plenty of water and just goodness and just comfort. If you want to be successful in business, you've got to let go of all of that and realize that the risk's not that bad. The risk is really not bad as long as it doesn't harm your reputation, if you'll learn and grow from it for the next time around, and if it won't completely destroy you or get you killed. It's a good risk to take, and you're going to need to take risks to get to that next level. Next lesson is build a personal brand. No matter what business you are in right now, having a personal brand will make it easier to sell, because we buy from people that we like. We buy from people that have already helped us, that have helped change our lives. And a personal brand does that. It makes you trusted. It makes people see your journey. It makes people relate to you. It gives them value before they buy anything from you. No matter what business you're in, if you do not have a face or a brand behind it, I believe a lot of those businesses will be wiped out in the next 10 years. Already the world is very brand focused. Personal brands are dominating across all realms in business. So if you don't have a personal brand and your product can be done by another company, at some point there's going to be another company that has a strong brand, has a strong person behind it, that is going to dominate your company and your industry. On the flip side, you have a personal brand and people like you for you and your unique style of doing things. They buy because they like you. They buy because you've helped them. They buy because of your story and they relate to it. They are immune from competition. Suddenly your business becomes one of one. You're playing in a category of one because of your personal brand, because of who you are and what you help people do. That is why a personal brand is so important. If you want to get into personal brand, there's a lot of videos on my main channel about getting started. And inside the New Elite, it's one of our key focuses is teaching guys how to start a personal brand no matter what business they're in right now. Do not take quick cash. If it's too easy and it does somebody wrong, it will not last. That money, there's a thing I believe in called karmic debt. So anything you put out into the world that is wrong, does people wrong, you make money in a bad way or a quick and easy way that means other people lose money, that money will be taken from you. That's just how the world works, in my opinion. Now, playing at the top level means knowing the rule book, knowing what you can and can't do, and building something of real market value. You're ideally in this game to play to win, not to make some quick money. Get rid of your idea of quick money and start building a lifestyle first that you enjoy to live in a place you enjoy to be, so that the pressure to really make that quick cash goes away because you're already living the dream. And then on top of that, build something of real value that helps people. The more you help people, the more you are worth. That's literally as simple as it is. If you build something that helps a lot of people and it's really valuable, then you're going to make a lot of money. But the things that are quick, far too easy, require no hard work, things that I get offered all the time, like crypto pumps, like promote this to your audience, and for every person that joins our free Telegram room, we'll send you $500. You know how many people I could get to join a free Telegram room if I promoted one for $500 a pop? I could get thousands of people. If I said, this is how I trade, this is how I've made my money, I could get thousands of people. I could make $500,000 doing stuff like that straight away. I don't do it because it doesn't last. That money, if it results in somebody else losing money or being in pain, it will tarnish your reputation, which is your number one thing. Remember, you're playing the long game. Also, always be improving your product. No matter what you're sitting on right now inside a business, find 10 ways in the next month that you could improve this product and make it even better for your customers. Over time, your marketing should become easier. People should know you from your personal brand. You should be more trusted, and you should have customers coming in from word of mouth. You want to protect your name and be known for quality. This comes from improving your product in every way possible. Think of yourself as a customer. Do not think of customers as being evil. The customer is always right. Whenever I get somebody that maybe they complain about something inside of one of my products, I don't say, oh, that person's wrong, that person's an idiot, even though they might be. I go, why is he able to think that way? Why is our product not so stupidly simple and stupidly easy to work and get results from that nobody could possibly complain that way? And that's how I'm constantly improving the New Elite, the network that we run. No matter who you are, when you come in, it's so ridiculously simple and there's so much ridiculous value for you that you can't not win inside. You can't not have thought that this is something you paid for and you got way more value than you ever expected to get. And there's a few ways you can do this. One of the best ones is deliver something that they didn't think they were going to get. If you have a product right now that explains what they're going to get and they're going in and yes, it's exactly what they wanted, over-deliver on that product. Give them something they really didn't expect. Give them 10 things they really didn't expect. Because what happens is, and we get this inside the New Elite now, is members go and bring 3 or 4 other members in. And they've not seen my content, they don't know who I am, but they know that we run the Best Entrepreneurs Network and they come and join us. So that would be one of my biggest things for you if you're running a business right now. You can always be improving your product. Never sit pretty on what you think's working right now. Be looking for the next thing, the next improvement. Find the game of business you love to play. Maybe you're wired to content, maybe it's systems, maybe it's sales, and find the area of business that you dominate in and continue dominating in that role and delegate the rest. When you are playing for the fun, for the love of the game, you just have so much more longevity. You make much better decisions. And that's what being an entrepreneur is. It's getting rid of all the stuff you don't want to do, focusing on your dream and your passion and the growth in the business. When I was trying to do everything by myself, I could do nothing well and I was getting stressed out. When I only focus on the thing that I love, that's how I scale. That's how I go big, because I'm only focusing on something I love to do. I'm in the game, making content. This is what I love. And everyone else is doing their jobs better than I could ever do them. That's how you scale to 7 figures. Intricate business runnings. Always be able to take money. Payment processors and banks. It is not a matter of if they are going to give you problems. It's a matter of when they are going to give you problems. There is no way you are going to get to 7 figures without having payment processor issues and banking issues, closed accounts, held funds. All of these things are coming for you if you want to scale. Now, you need to see them from the outside, think like you're always under attack, and understand early how to protect wealth. You need to understand basic accounting, tax structures, multiple bank accounts, and multi-payment processors. If you have one point of failure in your business, you are very close to being put under. You need to know that, okay, if this bank account got frozen for whatever reason, I could use this bank account. And if that one got frozen, I've got crypto, or I've got cash reserve, or I've got something I can use. That's what you need inside a business. Straight away, if you're running on one account, one payment processor, it's fucking absurd. It's absolutely crazy. Multi-payment processors, you need to do research onto using multiple different ways to collect money. Because sometimes your payment processor, for no apparent reason, can say to you, no, you're not taking money anymore. And that stops your business. You always need to make sure you've got multiple options. Another one. Use ChatGPT. This little fucker is going to run the world. unfortunately. I really believe that. Luckily for you, not many people have caught on to this yet. AI is in its infancy and people do not yet know how to use it. I use AI every day inside of my business. Before, you'd have to send off to a copywriter to rewrite your sales pages and identify problems with your sales pages. Now you can just screenshot your sales page, put it in ChatGPT and say, write this to give this emotion, make it shorter, make it more concise, make it lead to a buying decision, and he will do it all for you. Now, it requires a little bit of you going in there and cleaning things up, but this is such a valuable tool. You need to get ChatGPT AI systems on your side before they outpace you in the rest of the world. One of the quickest ways for you to scale your business, to increase the amount of profit you make, is to increase your prices. And price increases are super simple. You decide your worth to the world. A lot of you will be underpriced at the moment in the market, and I've grown my wealth through consistently increasing my self-worth and value. This happens in a very simple system. First, you increase your level of discipline. How are you caring for yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Do you believe in yourself? When you increase your level of discipline and at the same time you increase the quality and the standard and the overall running of your business so that it's worth more, then you've increased your self-worth personally, you've increased your business worth, and you increase your price, and it becomes a more valuable thing. When you are playing in business, you want to be aiming to be the highest priced in your market. You do not want to be playing around at the bottom level. You want the luxury product bias. You want to be the Louis Vuitton, the Dior, the Leica camera. You want to be the Ferrari, the McLaren. You want to be something that nobody's comparing to anybody else because you're in a world of your own. They're buying because they want the best. The higher your price, the more people associate with quality. That's literally one thing you get is better results from a product just because it's priced higher. Most people are scared shitless of high pricing. You're looking at the wrong market. You're looking at people like you probably right now that are scared of money. They're scared of spending it. They're not abundant in their thinking with money. You need to be playing with the players at the top that know money is abundant. They know how to make it and they know how to spend it, and they want to get that worth. They want to buy the best. And without changing anything in your program, you'll get better results because you'll get better customers that file less complaints, that want less for their money, that just wanted quality to fix one problem. And there you have it, guys. I got many more, but just not enough time. I'll come on and do another one if you enjoyed this. But they are a few of my lessons in business, scaling from $0 to $1 million. And I'll be learning a hell of a lot more as I go to 8 figures. And I'll give you a video on that then. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. We ran a little bit over 15 minutes. And I'll see you very, very soon. Adios.